A woman is lying on a massage table. A therapist is holding her feet both hands, steady, firm. The room is warm, the lights are low, and the woman screams. Not in pain, in panic. Where are you? She is calling out for the therapist. But the therapist has not moved. Her hands are still on the woman's feet. She is holding them right now. The woman cannot feel it. As far as her body knows, she is alone on that table. Her name is Sherry. She was neglected as a child and raped as an adult. She told her psychiatrist that she had started picking at her own skin because pain was the only thing that proved she was still inside her body. Everything else was numb. She did not know what she felt because her body had stopped telling her. Psychiatrists have a word for this. Alexithymia, Greek for no words for feelings. But the name is misleading. The problem is deeper than language. Her body had stopped sending the data that feelings are made from. Her psychiatrist sent her to a massage therapist because he had begun to suspect something most of his colleagues would not say out loud, that you cannot talk your way out of a wound the body is holding if the body has gone dark. A neuroscientist named Ruth Lanius confirmed it. She put chronic trauma survivors into a brain scanner and asked them to do nothing. Just sit. Just be. In people without trauma, a strip of brain regions along the midline lit up. The medial prefrontal cortex, the anterior cingulate, the insula. Together they form what scientists call the self-sensing system, the network that registers your heartbeat, your breath, the weight of your body in a chair. The thing that tells you, beneath thought, that you are here. In the trauma survivors, that strip was dark. Not dim, dark. The system that tells you that you exist had gone silent, and the people it had gone silent in did not know it was missing. They went to work, raised children, answered questions, and they could not feel their own feet on the floor. Sherry was one of the first patients who showed what that darkness looked like from the inside. She was lying on a table, screaming for someone who was already there. And the question she was really asking was the one the scanner would eventually answer. Where did I go? The numbness did not start as numbness. It started as a decision the body made without asking. When she was a child, the people who were supposed to keep her safe did not. When she was an adult, someone took from her body something that was not his to take. And slowly, like a dial being turned down, her nervous system made a prediction. Feeling was dangerous. Every signal the body sent led to pain. The most efficient response was to kill the signal entirely. A neuroscientist named Antonio Damasio spent decades arguing that the self is a body sensing itself. Your sense of being you begins in the part of the brain that registers warmth, pressure, the rhythm of your own breath. When that sensing stops, the self does not vanish, it dims. You are still present in every room you enter, but you are not home. The skin picking makes sense inside that frame. When the body stops sending the quiet signals, warmth, pressure, the hum of being alive, pain is the only channel left. It punches through, because pain is the one signal the nervous system cannot afford to ignore. It was the emergency backup, and this is not rare. Roughly 1 in 10 people meet criteria for alexithymia. Among people with PTSD, the number is closer to 1 in 2. Millions of people sit across from therapists and are asked, "How do you feel?" and have no answer. The data is simply not arriving. Her psychiatrist did not send her to talk more. He sent her back to the massage table. The therapist held her feet. At first, she felt nothing. Then, terror. Then, session after session, something quieter arrived. Warmth, pressure, the weight of her own legs on the table. She did not just start feeling her body again. She became curious about her own thoughts. She became present in her own therapy for the first time. She became someone who could sit in a room and know she was there. You cannot heal what you cannot feel. And millions of people have been taught by their own nervous systems to feel nothing at all. But the wiring is still there. The self-sensing system was not destroyed. It was turned off. And anything that was turned off can be turned back on. It starts with the simplest question your body can answer. Can you feel your own feet right now?